what's up, everybody? I'm Ed.
And I'm Mindy.
And welcome to the Viper Project. We thank you so much for joining with us tonight. Tonight's going to be such a fun night. We are starting a new series.
I'm so excited about this.
Yes, so something we've been looking forward to for a long time. Tonight we are going to be talking about Disney pins. Pin trading. And we have an expert on with us tonight, and that is Donna Jaworski.
Yes.
We are so excited that she's going to be sharing with us,
teaching us,
sharing with us. She's going to be seeing all things pin, Disney pins today. And if you don't know anything about Donna, she knows her pins. Donna knows her pins. I think that was the hashtag that people were saying. Donna knows her pins. So we're excited to get her here. We'll have her here in a minute. But before we get started, who's in the chat?
Who's in the chat? All right, let's go see who's in the chat tonight. Samantha Loba.
Hey, Samantha.
She was the first one in the chat tonight.
Yes, she was.
Captain Akron is here.
Hey.
Rob Wiska is here. I hope I say that right.
Hey, Rob. Thank you.
Steve's World is here.
Hey, Steve's World.
Magic of the Mouse TV.
Hey,
hi.
welcome.
Extra.ordinary. I love that.
Okay.
Bill Stefan is here.
Hey, Bill. Welcome.
Avery the Cuban American.
Hey, Avery. What's
my
up,
brother
man?
From another mother.
Arjohn's
is here.
Arjohn's, my man Arjohn's. Awesome.
Did I say Steve World? I think I did.
You just
yes,
said Steve. Yeah, Steve. You just said him. So welcome. So
Angel. Hi,
Hey, Angel. Hey, welcome. We know more people will be coming onto the stream. We still have, I think Mouse Talk is still on. So most people will probably usually pop in, but we have a fun night tonight, and I have my iPad here. I'm going to be taking notes. So
please take good notes for me because mine is being used right now.
Yeah, you're being used, so I'm going to be taking notes, and I encourage you to, if you are wanting to get into Disney pins, this is probably one of the best streams to come on because we're going to learn so much. I'm going to be asking a lot of questions.
Yeah.
And
hey, Magical News Live.
And also,
Jumbo.
hey, Jumbo Nick, and so if you have any questions, make sure you have your questions ready too. Put them in the chat, and we'll be asking Donna along the way.
Tag me at Viper Project, and when I see it, we will ask Miss Donna.
But we wanted to first say thank you to the Live Place, for all that he does, Dean, and the platform that he has created. So make sure you guys go check out theliveplace.com for all your live streamers that are streaming tonight and tomorrow and for every day. There's something going on, but they're all family live streamers. Also, we want to thank our partner channels. Make sure you go check them out. We have Resort TV 1, Rob Fuzz, Road Trip Dave, and Disney Dan.
Fuzz?
I don't know. Did Rob Fuzz come in?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, what's up, Rob Fuzz?
Hey, Rob.
So make sure you go check out our partner channels. They are amazing. Now, if you did not watch our update video, we had a news video, a channel update video. We announced some really cool shows that we're going to be bringing onto the Viper Project in this hour, this 9 p.m. hour on Hangouts on Tuesdays. We will have different shows rotating. And we're very, very excited about what we're bringing, which tonight is one of them, and that's going to be the Disney Pins 101. Mm-hmm. But next Tuesday, we're going to change it up a little bit. We're going to change it up. Next Tuesday, we're going to be at the same hour at 9 p.m. We're going to be doing our Lego Talk Live. We're going to be bringing in the Lego community. We're excited about what's going to be on that stream and how we're going to do it. And honestly, those that are on the Legos in the community, you're going to be on that show too. So we're excited to bring people on and to just do something a little different. Bring a passion that we enjoy to our views. If you have not seen our Instagram and our Twitter,
it's like blown up with Lego
we're blowing
right
up. We have boxes of Legos
They're
literally right there that are brand new that we cannot wait to share with the community as well. Also, I wanted to say this too. We have a new merch site. We have a new merch site. Yeah, and we would love for you to go check it out. We have a bonfire site. I think it's in the description and below. Make sure you go check out our new merch. We have new shirt designs. I'm always thinking about new things to put on there. So go check it out.
We have a couple of ideas for shirts in the making.
Yeah, get a Viper Project shirt. Help us out. It's really cool, and we love that. So I'm excited, babe. You ready to bring her out?
Wait, we're not done.
We're not done because I did forget.
He did.
Go ahead.
I did not forget.
I did forget.
Our moderators in blue.
I'm sorry. Please forgive
me. Dream team. And by the way, Stacy, I saw your grand entrance. That was phenomenal. You made
Stacy
me laugh.
Rogers, welcome.
Stacy Rogers in the house. But yes, our moderators in blue, we love them. They do so much for us behind the scenes and on our lives. They keep the baddie bads out and the goody goods in.
You love that so much.
So thank you so much.
You know, I don't have I gotta put the comment thing here. That's why I'm not seeing anybody's comments. There we go. Big Noah Mountain, welcome to the stream. Rachel loves Disney, welcome to the stream. Did we say extraordinarily?
Yes,
you did.
That's extraordinary.
I like that name. That's a cool name.
It's awesome. I love Jonathan Chong. What's up?
Chong. Hey, welcome. And make sure that those are in here. Make sure you do hit that like button. It does help us out. And yeah. So are we? I'm excited. Let's get some Disney pins going.
AJ Magic TV. What's up? Sorry.
So here we are in the first episode, Disney Pins 101. Our guest, Donna Jaworski. Here she is. Welcome to the stream.
Everybody give her a round of applause.
Oh, yeah, give her a round of applause. Thank you so much for joining with us today. We are so honored to have you here with us. If you don't know, Donna is a legend in our community. She is, she's, Resort TV 1. She's with Nick and Samantha Arjons. Always at Disney. Every on the Resort TV 1 stream, usually you'll see Donna there and just going around the parks and just having a great time. And Donna, you also have a YouTube channel too, right?
I do, and it's my pin unboxings, and I had a Pin 101 and how to organize my pins and things like that. Yeah.
Awesome. So if you don't have her in your subscription list on YouTube, make sure you go over. It's in our description as well. Go subscribe to Donna, and I'm just excited to learn about pins tonight. I'm really really. I couldn't sleep last night. I was trying to figure out where our pins were. Remember, Jay, where our pins are? We have pins, Donna. But there's nothing really special about them.
I mean, maybe we picked out a good one and you might share it with us. Hey, that's a good one.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah, right. So Donna, how did you get into Disney pins? Where did the love of Disney pins start?
Okay, so back in the 90s, I lived in South Florida, and we would vacation, and we had the annual passes and all that, so because it was only a 3-hour drive, and so we would come all the time. And I was like, what's a good souvenir? Because I mean, you can only have so many coffee mugs or sweatshirts, and it's like the t-shirts, it's like they take up so much space and everything. And I saw these cute trading pins, and I'm like, those are so cute, and they're small, and they're I mean, it was a lot less than, the $20 coffee mug. I was spending, back then, it was like $7.95 a pin. So I was like, oh, this is great. And so that's how I started.
Wow.
That's cool. That's good.
So
I understand that need to collect.
Yeah.
I have a problem with trying to collect the right things.
I didn't start off trading. I started collecting. I didn't even know about the pin trading till like a year later.
Wow.
And I saw the cast members with the lanyards, and I'm like, oh, you trade that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I went and got a pin, my first pin to trade at the Contemporary where we were staying in the gift shop. And it was a little Mickey pin. And I went and I traded it, and the rest is history.
That was it. That's where it started. Oh, wow.
That was magic. Wow, this is so awesome.
So, fun fact, we were talking with Donna behind the scenes. Donna has she's the most pins I've heard from anybody. She has the most pins. Donna, how many pins do you estimate that you have?
I have over 4,000. I lost count after that. Yeah.
Wow. 4,000 pins.
Yeah, it's a culmination of, 25 plus years of collecting. Wow, so it's not like, they all came at one time.
Oh, wow.
That's crazy. 25 years you've been collecting pins.
That's incredible.
That's cool.
That's so
We have to catch up.
We go through fads like every, we'll start collecting this and then you stop. We started with mugs and then we did the pins for a while, but we really wanted to do the pins.
Yeah, we've always
and
wanted
then
to do that.
we did the magic bands, which we still do magic bands, but I think, but so as far as the pins, so now, we're new. So we're brand new to this. There's a lot of people here interested in wanting to get into pin trading. What is a good place to start?
Okay. So I always say two things. If you want to go into it to trade, they sell the starter lanyard kits. Just pick one that you like and go with that, because it has the lanyard. It has like a bunch of pins, like I think 6 pins in a set, and they're already on the lanyard, so you can wear and go. And you can start right then and there. The other thing I tell people is to collect pins that call you. I never get a pin just to get a pin.
That's good.
I always have to like it and like the character, and it has to kind of speak to me. I don't know if that sounds weird, but
I get that. It has to call you, like that's something. There's something special. There's a connection to that.
So you
pin.
can't walk away from that pin. You have to have it.
Yeah.
Hey, I have a question from the chat. Tina McNeil wants to know, how do you know you don't have doubles?
Address this in the pre-chat too. Actually, I was very bad at that, and I was telling Ed and Mindy, I had 5 of the same pin at one point, and that's when I said, this is getting ridiculous, and I'm wasting my money doing so. And so that's when I started using my smartphone to take pictures of all my pins, and then I categorized them into albums. Like I'll have all Ariel, I'll have all my Rapunzel pins and all of that. And so then when I'm in the store or trading or on eBay or wherever, I just scroll and see, do I have that pin? I go to my Ariel album and I'm like, oh, okay, I don't have that one. But yeah, so it can be a problem.
Oh yeah,
I'm sure.
Yeah.
And I showed you guys, this is my trader tote.
That's insane.
And it's full of all the duplicates and things like that I have. So yeah.
So why don't you explain to us what is a trader, like trader's totes? Like what like to trader all those? I mean, I commonly think I know what it is, but
for me, trader pins are just the pins that I don't want, that I'm not like so attached to that I don't want to give them up. So those are the pins in that bin. They're either duplicates or not my favorite, or things like that.
Okay, so when over the years do you select certain ones? You're like, okay, you know what? Now this is becoming a trader pin. Like it's not part of a
yeah. I look over my pins every so often, and I'm like, this one's just not my jam anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe it's time to trade it because I'll get a different one, and I'm like, well, this one's kind of better. So yeah, I kind of go through them, and it's like your closet. You go through it, and you're like, oh, I don't wear that anymore.
Right. Oh, okay. You have any questions?
I do.
Go ahead.
Waiting my turn.
You go, I go. You go, I go. So, and if you have any questions in the chat, I'm trying to be good. Like maybe.
Yeah, I'm watching.
Okay, good.
Which is hard because now I can't listen.
Right. Good.
Yeah. So okay. I started to collect the Disney cards that they have, that Sorcerer's game.
Yes, we collect those too.
So that within the cards, there's different rankings of rarity and common, blah, blah, blah. Do the pins have that?
Yes. There are different types of pins, and I brought some to show you guys.
Yay!
Yeah. Now, first, I'm going to start with a scrapper pin.
All right, I'm going to put you full screen so they can see it.
You bet. So the scrapper pin is just a pin where the paint is off, and it's not perfectly. It's not a perfect pin. Mm-hmm. It doesn't have the Mickey foil on the back, and so it's just. This is definitely a pin to trade.
Okay.
Because perfect. And in the parks, they have to, if it's a Disney pin, they have to trade with you. So that's why I always bring mine there, because there's really nowhere else to bring these ones, because they're not perfect. Whoops, where am I going with that?
I know. With that all the time.
Yeah, and then this one also is, oops, there you go. See, it has a Hidden Mickey, so there's Hidden Mickey series.
So those are the Hidden Mickey
series. I love the Hidden Mickey series.
Yeah.
I knew about that
That's
series.
That's the Hidden Mickey one. And then, so those are common.
Okay.
Scrappers don't really have a value, but I do have a bunch of scrappers that I just think they're cute, and I keep them because, like I said, if it calls you and you like it, it has value because it means something to you.
That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah. And then you move up, and then you can see, like, we've got sets.
Oh, I like that set. I'm sorry.
Yeah, aren't they cute?
Yeah.
Look at Poa.
These actually came from Loungefly.
What? Loungefly?
Yeah,
what is that?
That make backpacks that they sell at Disney.
Oh.
So they have things like that. So you can get a set of pins. You can keep them together like I do on the card. Or you can separate them and trade them and keep the ones you like, and the ones you don't, you can trade. But then you have, ones like these that are special.
I love that one right there.
Wow.
Yeah, that's an Epcot 30th anniversary pin.
Wow.
And if you notice, it says on the bottom, celebrating 30 years of discovery. And then on the back, it even has Spaceship Earth. But cool. This one is special because, it's an annual pass holder. So you have to have an annual pass to get it. And also, it's limited edition.
Wow.
So that
they
would
have
be
limited
considered
editions, and that's primarily what I collect now that I'm older and my collection's so crazy.
Yeah.
That I try to get just the ones that are more rare and special. So I go with pass holder pins, limited edition pins, which have a limited number of pins, and then they have limited release pins. Now those can be like, they don't have a set number that they make those. Like limited edition, they'll have a set number. They could have 500, 1,000, 2,000. Limited release is released within a certain period of time. There's not a set number, but once the date is over, they stop. The pins will not be sold anymore. So that's when, that's it. Yeah. And then you have, this one I love is Mickey's Runaway Railway.
Okay. Oh, wow.
A limited edition, and it's an attraction pin. So, yeah. And it'll say on the cards, they have them on the white cards now, and they'll say limited edition or limited release or what they are. And if they don't say anything on the bottom, that's an open edition pin. And an open edition pin is just a regular pin. They can make it all the time. There's no limits on it, no quantities. So that's more common, and they're more affordable because of that.
Okay. Now, you brought up something, when you're showing the card. So it was white, right, because it was special. So how important is it to keep the backings, the paper backings on the cards? Because we have we'll show. We have paper backings, like black paper. Go ahead, show it.
Right. Yeah, the black ones. Yeah.
Please don't laugh at our collection.
No, this one's an open edition pin. It's Haunted Mansion, but it's a little bit older, and they used to be on these black backer cards. So yeah, and my card, they do that. It's just time happens,
Yeah.
And that will happen to the cards over time, but yeah.
Okay.
But keeping the cards or not, it's a preference thing.
It's a preference, okay.
Yeah, I tend to love these because it has Spaceship Earth on the back and it's colorful. But the ones that are just like this, where they're just white and plain.
Yeah.
Because also on the back of the pin, if you take it off the card, if it's a limited edition or anything like that that's special, it'll say it on the back of the pin. So you don't need the card for documentation of that. So it's totally up to you whether you want to keep it on the card or not.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the cards don't matter. So we have a bunch of cards. Show her one of our pins.
So one of, all right.
Yeah.
So we have, how we started is when Jordan was little. Every time we went to Disney, we would have her pick out a pin. So
I love that.
This is her binder that we bought her. I made a little, it says Jordan's Pin Collection.
That's so sweet. Love it.
But then she got older and then she didn't care anymore. And so that kind of stopped. But I still love the pins. So as you can see, I kept them all on the backings.
Oh, look at you.
Because I didn't know if I should take them off or not.
Yeah, that's, like I said, it's a total preference. Like the ones with the black backer card, I tend not to as much.
Right, okay.
Yeah. And then, of course, we'll get into that later about pin boards. But if you're going to make a pin board, if you take them off of the card, you can get a lot more pins on your pin board. Now, some people, because they like the symmetry of, the exact squaring of the card, so when they're making a pin board, they can line them up exactly.
Right.
It's just a preference.
Right. I know, that's all you. That is all Mindy right there. Making sure the lines and the things are going all good.
Yeah.
All right.
You're a Lego man, so you know.
That's true. Very true.
You got to sort them. Yeah.
We did have a question in the chat from the DePhilly crew. And it says, how does everyone display their pins? We're having trouble with that. So how would you display some of your pins?
Okay, so most of my pins, because I have so many of them, and I just moved recently to our new home in the end of January. So I made my very first pin board.
Wow.
And this is
let me put this full screen.
to display your pins.
Wow.
Yeah, that's my Lilo and Stitch.
So this is just see, it's everything Lilo and Stitch on this board right now.
And I'll tell you, I didn't even make a dent in my Lilo and Stitch pins after I did this pin board.
Wow.
I still have a jumbo Ziploc bag full of Lilo and Stitch pins. So I need to make more. I need bigger pin boards.
Well, yes, definitely, Donna. You need a bigger pin boards for your collection. But you did such a great job with that. It looks awesome.
Thank you so much. So you can do it any. It's like I said, you be creative with it.
Yeah.
Like I thought, I'll do my Lilo and Stitch because I love Lilo and Stitch. I had a ton of them.
Yeah.
And I said, what a nice way to display them.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't have to do all one character. You could do all princesses. You could do, the Fab Five. You could do it however you'd like to.
Like right now, I'm collecting the Dogs of Disney pins, all Disney dogs, because I love dogs. So.
They're awesome.
Yeah, she loves her dogs and her animals. So
yeah.
Wait, there was one other question in the chat. Hold on.
Make sure.
Okay. Avery, the Cuban American, wants to know, what is your rarest pin? I can never say that word. And what is your oldest pin?
Ooh, that's good.
Ooh, that's a good question. I think my rarest pin. I'll grab it.
Oh boy, here we go.
She got it ready.
Okay, hopefully it doesn't fall.
Wow.
Oh, that's a pin?
That's a pin?
How is that a pin?
Yeah, it's a jumbo pin, and I'll tell you all about jumbo pins later. But yeah, this is Kiss the Girl, and it's a limited edition of 500.
Wow.
And it came framed, and then there's a certificate of authenticity on the back. And it's in my office, and Ariel and Belle are my two favorite princesses. So they had a pin event. They have pin events at Disney World.
Okay.
Quarterly. They're only $15 to get in, and you get access to these exclusive, rare, merchandise like this. Mystery box pins and event exclusive pins and merchandise. So you pay $15. They give you a Mickey shaped crispy treat to enjoy while you're looking at everybody else's pins and trading, and it's a very fun night. But yeah, you get all kinds of neat things there. But that's my rarest pin.
You're gonna take me to that, right?
I will have to. I gotta take you to that. I'm not going without Donna though. Donna, we gotta go together because there's
it's so much fun. We went to a pin event last I think it was May, with Mickey's Magic Meg and Corey Fiasco and his wife Haley. And we had the best time. It was amazing. So yeah, I'd love to do a pin event with you guys.
Yes, that would be so much fun.
My oldest pin is probably, whoops. Where am I going with this?
Other way.
It's like, there you go.
I'm so bad at this. But yeah, this is my oldest pin. It's a 4th of July Betsy Ross Minnie Mouse.
Wow.
And she's from the 90s. I'm not sure exactly. Let me see if I can see on there the date. Can you see a date on there? I need Samantha for my eyes.
I hear you. I know.
Hold on.
No problem.
Hey, I want to stop right real quick and give a big shout out to Gino Griffin in the house.
Hey, Gino, welcome, man.
What's up, Gino?
What's up, man? Welcome.
And then the second oldest pin is probably this one. It's a Happy Holidays from 1997, which is the year I started collecting.
Wow.
Aww,
So cool.
And it's still in its plastic. This was when they handed out at the parks.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So do you have your first pin still? The first pin you ever got?
The first pin I ever got is not here.
Oh.
But it was the first Mickey saying it's his first visit to Disney.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was so cute. And I was like, I have to get this, even though my first visit was actually in 1975. But
Oh, wow.
But this was in like 1997, so I was like, it's so cute. I had to get it. It was Samantha's first visit, so I was like,
oh,
so that works.
That works big time. So now, when you're talking about the events, now, does pins have artists, like, paintings have artists? Does pins have their artists as well?
I am so glad you brought that up. That's an excellent question.
Good job, baby.
Thank you. I'm supposed to be good at questions. It's like my thing.
I went to the pin event with Meg and Corey and Haley. We got these, up pins.
Wow.
And the backer card. Isn't it amazing?
Oh,
that's
wow.
beautiful. Is that like see-through?
The artist actually signed it.
Oh, he signed it.
That's so cool.
Yep. And we got to meet the artist, and she was incredible. She actually designed these backer cards, which are so colorful and translucent.
Like
it is,
and they've never done a backer card like that before.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So I got that one, and then we have this one that we got, and she signed all of them.
See, babe? Look at that. Look how cool that is. So that just put me into a whole, wow, look at that.
Oh, my gosh. And these pins are gorgeous.
Yeah, and she told us the process she went through designing the pins and how long she had been doing this for Disney. It was so interesting. And it was, these are probably my most treasured pins because I got them signed by the artist, which I never thought I would get done. And, I did it with my friends, which is even better.
Yeah.
It's just memory and
memories, moments and memories.
And this one is actually a spinner pin. And up here, the words will spin.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so there's different kinds of pins. I love the interactive pins like that. That's a spinner pin.
Yeah.
And they have another thing called pin on pin. So if you look at this, it's like thick, and there's like 2 layers of pins. Mm-hmm. So that's called pin on pin. Mm. Yeah.
Wow, Donna.
I'm so overwhelmed right now.
See, I told you, like, you can't just go to the store and buy a pin. This is a whole different world.
Wow, my brain is like.
But you know what? It makes me excited, honest, Donna. You explaining this, and it makes me excited. I want to go buy pins now because there's so even just the artists. We like stories behind.
Yes.
We love stories behind collecting things, and that is phenomenal. That. You would have never thought they had their own artists, and they have the people that create these things. They do this with such great craftsmanship. So
they really do.
So awesome.
And I'll tell you, when the resorts at Christmas time have the gingerbread displays. Mm-hmm. Okay, so they have pins for each of the gingerbread displays, but some people do not know that on certain days you can get the pin signed by the gingerbread artist, who also helped design the pin. Wow. So not only did they bake, I talked to him for like a half an hour about how he baked the gingerbread house and how he made it and how he structured it and everything. It was so fascinating.
Wow.
And and he signed that pin also, and I was like so excited.
That's really cool.
Oh boy, now we're gonna spend more money. I got to pay Legos.
Look at what Steve Rose says. Steve Rose says, "Be careful, Ed. It will become addicting really fast."
And Steve's World. I heard through the grapevine that you collect some Legos too.
Oh.
So we're gonna be talking there, my friend.
Yeah, don't bring any out yet.
I'm not taking girl.
That's next week.
That's next week. But yeah, I hear you. Yeah, right now, I mean, yeah, it seems because pins aren't cheap, right?
Well, it depends. Like I said, if you start small with the open edition ones, you can get them for like $12 or less.
Okay.
And you can go on eBay, but if you see them grouped in like bulk lots, those are going to be scrappers, and you want to be careful, like I said, with those. But like the limited editions and things like that, if you go to Disney and get them, and you have an annual pass, it helps because you save the 20% on the purchase. And like these pins weren't bad, and I got them signed by the artist, $17.99 a piece, and it has this beautiful backer card. I got it signed for nothing really,
right?
And it's I think it's well worth the money. It's a well-made pin, Wow. But you got to be careful because if you, like I said, you go on eBay and you look at these pins, people will be selling like this pin for like 5, 6, sometimes up to 10 times what you paid for it.
Wow.
So I would never. I hate when people do that. I believe in price gouging people, but that's why if I see a pin, I always say, if you see a pin and you're there and you can afford it, you don't want to go into debt and have a second mortgage for it. If you can afford it, go for it.
Yeah. So how expensive can a pin go? Yeah, how expensive do you think a pin can go? Like how?
Well, there's some rare pins, like limited editions of like 100, like the one I have, my Ariel.
Yeah.
She can sell now. I'll be honest, I paid $125 for her, which is an investment.
Right.
But now she'll be selling online for like $500.
Oh my gosh.
So I look at my pins, especially my limited edition ones, as something I'm going to pass down to my children, and that will accrue in value. So it's definitely something I look at as an investment.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It is an investment, and I it's when we started getting into collecting things, we started thinking, am I really going to resell this? I don't know, maybe the kids down the line, but when you do start collecting, you see that it does, when it's especially a limited edition things, it does, you can make money. Like you could make money if you take care of it, Ro. We do have a question here, Stacy Rogers, right? Go ahead.
Good job, babe.
Thank you. See, I'm doing good.
Proud of you.
Thank you. Good.
Stacy wants to know, does it cost to go to these pin trading events? If so, roughly how much does it cost?
It's only $15.
All of them?
Yeah, they're $15, and that's entry fee. But if they're how much in California? They're $20 at Disneyland.
Okay.
I don't get there hardly at all.
Right.
So, but I do the Disney World ones. They're $15, and I think it's well worth it because not only do you get all the things I already discussed, but Samantha reminded me, you also get a preview of all the pins that are going to be released in the coming months. So you see before anybody else.
Yeah.
And you can say, okay, I need to budget for this one, this one, this one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's really
good to know.
Yeah.
Jeez.
That's right, because you already got that under. There you go. All right, so let me get a few more questions here. I do have a question as far as I hear about these pins called Quest pins.
Yes.
Quest pins. Do you know what the Quest pins are? Like,
I'm going to be honest. I'm not really sure what that is. Well, I've heard of PinQuest pins, and I've had them. but I'm not too sure of like the origins of it or what you do with it.
Yeah, I heard because we like to do like scavenger hunt type things. So I heard like there is a some type of pin series which I'm thinking are called quest pins. I don't know. We're still trying. I don't know.
Are you talking about like where you go on the scavenger hunts and things like that, and you get the pins? Because they have those at Animal Kingdom. Mm-hmm. If you go into the trading post, you can buy a map, and it's kind of like you go and you find the things, and then at the end you can get a pin. And they do that also sometimes at the festivals at Epcot.
Okay.
Where you pay, so much for the map, and you go around and you follow the clues and all that. And then you, at the end, after you get all your things stamped, they'll give you a pin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That one, I think we've done something similar to that, but I think I was on Mickey Bunch's stream or one of their streams, and they were talking about pins, and it was like almost like they have these unique pins that they release maybe every quarter or twice a year, and you would have to go around to specific shops and talk to the people, and you have to say something. I don't know, like you have to it's like a secret thing. Yeah, I don't know. I was just interested. I heard of it. I don't know. I've never seen it before.
I'm gonna have to look into this now.
Yeah. So those are the kind of things we like to do. Yeah. Like it's something that's kind of hidden. You try to find it. So I guess I'm on a quest for the quest pins.
Yeah, on a quest too.
Quest so pins. Dumb. Yeah. So. All right. So any other questions there in the chat?
No. Steve's World says, I think they are like the maps you can get and get stamped, then get a completer pin. So that's probably what you were talking about.
I was thinking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a little not shocked, but I guess I was excited to hear that type of
that's cool.
Thing. Is there any pin mailing services or companies that you can subscribe to?
Oh.
There are. My favorite is Pin Trading Monthly. The last I checked, it's like they have tiers, so they fit it to your budget and everything. I was subscribed to the $24.99 a month, and I would get like 10 pins for that. 10 pins. Now you don't get the cream of the crop in that, but I mean you get really good pins. And if I ever got duplicates, then I put them in my trader. So, yeah, they're good. And then also Bibbidi Bobbidi Boxes. They have a box subscription service, but one of them is called a Bling Box. And the Bling Box, I'm not sure how much it costs, but every month you'll get a couple of pins in your little Bling Box. So it's really nice. And those ones, I think, you can get a limited edition or something special, like a limited release or something, in that box.
We're looking at getting one.
That's always fun. It's like Christmas every month when you get that.
It's always cool to get something. Right now, our house feels like Christmas because Amazon and stuff.
Every day.
It's like Legos are coming in there every day. So it's like I know how that feels. It's like what and I always forget. What did I order. Right? Yeah. I don't know what I ordered. So yeah, but that'd be fun. I would love to have something like a service. We talked about doing that.
We did talk about doing a Disney service,
like a Disney service like that. So, any questions for you?
I did. I had one and it fell right out of my head.
It fell out of your head. Okay.
It fell out.
So I want to show you guys another style of pin because you know how I said I like the interactive ones. This one's a hinged pin. And it's from the Food and Wine Festival. But see if you open it.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
Isn't that nifty?
Look at that.
Yeah, and then there's Figment at the bottom.
Wow.
See on the back. See, those are all Mickeys that are,
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the difference between the pins that don't have the Mickeys and the pins that do?
Wait, what?
What's the difference between the pins that have Mickey on the back?
The foil on the back?
Right.
Okay, so it could be an older pin, but most of the pins from I would say 2000 on should have this Mickey embossing on the pattern on the back. And it should be, symmetrical and not, off or anything like that. and you can tell because I got this right at the park, so it's perfectly symmetrical and everything. But like this one, I was showing you the scrapper, and see that doesn't have anything on the back.
Right.
It could be because it's older,
right?
But chances are it means it's not real.
So a scrapper pin more than likely isn't going to be a real Disney pin?
Well, it's kind of a gray area. I mean, they'll be accepted to trade. It's a Disney pin, but it's one of the ones that when they were making them at the factory, there was an error. It wasn't up to the code, the perfection. It's like when you buy clothes or something and there's like, a little off on it, and they'll have a sale because like it's, the button was off or the stitching was off or something like that. Yeah.
Okay, so I have I love Eeyore. He's one of my. Isn't he cute? See, I have the same problem you do.
Oh no! She's muted. Sorry. Go ahead. There you go.
Okay, so we got him at Disney World, and this is a 2008 pin, but it doesn't have the foil on the back. It's too bright. You can't really see that.
Yeah.
So that's why I asked that question.
There you
go. Oops.
There it is. See, no Mickey foil on the back, but we got him at Disney because it's in the book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and some of them maybe was it part of a set?
I don't
Could
think
have
so.
been.
Well, maybe because it doesn't have a back.
I don't know. But
yeah. See, sometimes when it's part of a set or something, then it might not have the Mickey foiling.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'm just curious.
And a lot of my older pins, like I said, are like that. And they're still Disney pins, and they're still fine.
These things come off so easily, though.
Oh, my gosh.
They do.
Yeah.
For sure.
Come off so easily. So you want to show her that one?
Yeah, this one doesn't have Mickey on the back. Okay, so I have this. I like this one. It's a Cars one. And that's so cute. So it's a Disney collector pin. We got it again at the park.
I don't know if we got that at the park now.
Are you sure?
I don't know. That backer card doesn't look like it's from the park.
No?
I don't know. No, yeah, we got this at Disneyland. We got this at Disneyland.
Oh, Land. Okay.
There's different?
It could be different.
Yeah, this is from Disneyland. We went to Disneyland.
Kidding.
So.
Bad example.
Yeah.
I lied.
So I had another question here for you, Donna. I think we were spotting the fakes. I think that was one of my questions, which we kind of talked about that just now. Do you have a favorite series or
Yeah, it's so hard because they come out with so many different ones. My new favorite one is going to be probably these castle pins. They're jumbo. I mean, look at the size of the pin.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's gorgeous.
I haven't opened it because they're going to have a display case that I want to buy for it that they're selling on Shop Disney.
Right.
And it's going to be all the different princess castles. So they're going to release one of these each month, and then you put it in the display case. But it's hinged, so it will open. And you can see inside the castle, which is kind of
cool.
Yeah, and it's like 3D when you feel it. It's all raised and everything. It's really, really, really cool.
I know you do. Oh boy, this is a really bad time. I shouldn't be putting these shows on. I'm going to go look.
Another series I love is this new. This is a new one.
That is so cool.
It's a cereal box. So this is Jack Jack, and then it has this little dangle. And then when you open it up, it's another one of those hinged ones, but there's all the Num Num cookies.
Oh my gosh!
Oh wow!
I love it.
Oh wow!
So you got that at the park?
Yeah.
Oops. How come I don't see these pins at the park?
That's another question I gotta. We'll ask her that question too.
I'll tell you where to go.
Tina McNeil had a question here. I'm gonna put it on the screen. Thank you, Stacy, for keeping me on track. Can you read it? Yeah. Can you ask them?
Can you ask them to ask Donna if a scrapper could be more collectible, like a stamp with a fault on it?
Okay. So here's the thing with the scrappers. It's another thing that's a preference. I mean, I personally, to me, it's not that big of a thing if it's a scrapper or not. Because if I like it, like I said, it doesn't matter. I love it.
Okay.
Some people are like, well, that's a scrapper. I don't want it. It's kind of one of those, like I said, gray areas where some people are it's like the backer card. Some people are like, you have to keep it on the backer card. And others are like, no, I don't need to keep it on the backer card. So it's one of those things where if you really want an authentic, Disney pin, then I would stick with like the limited edition, limited release, because then when you're buying it in the park, it's real.
Mm-hmm.
When you're going and buying it from a third source, you never know what you're going to get.
Mm-hmm.
So you take that chance. But then there's also, other people that I know are very reliable on Instagram. They have live pin sales and they sell from their private collections and things like that. And so I always know, I'm kind of picky and choosy about who I get my pins from because, I want to make sure they're, the real deal.
Mm-hmm. Right. And they're not price gouging too much.
Right. Yep.
Wow.
I forgot how much I love this pin.
Yeah,
Sorry. I'm looking at it.
I had a good question and it just came out of my mind.
See, it fell out of your head. Angel said you should have gone and catched it.
I catched
That's
it.
what he said.
I just had it because you know what it is? I'm so in tune with your answers and I'm like, oh, I totally forgot what I was going to ask.
Now, if any of you have a Disney Visa card, they have special pins they release, and here's one of them.
Oh, wow. Let me put it on full screen. There you go. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And it was only $12.99, but it's only available to Disney Rewards Visa cards members.
That's cool.
Wow.
Yeah, and it'll see on the
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, like the rewards area.
That's what I'll keep on a card, but yeah. And then this was from last year.
Aww.
Oh, wow.
I know, isn't it cute?
That's a cute. So those are only yearly.
But those are from the Disney card, the credit card.
Yeah, the Disney Rewards Visa. So you have to show your card to get it. It's like the annual pass holder. You have to show your annual pass and your ID to get it. It's a whole big thing. And then they have, if you're DVC, I'm DVC, they have exclusive DVC member pins. So, yeah, you have to show your card to get that. And it's just a whole big thing. It just goes on and on and on.
Our friend Angel wants to know, is there a possibility of getting a scrapper at Disney World?
Yes. Yes. And I'll tell you, most of the traders, and that's why my advice would be never take your higher value pins to trade at the park. Now, when you're going to a pin event, it's different because there's other people like us there with their pin collections. And so they're there to trade, and their stuff's the real deal. But when you go to Disney, they have to trade with you whatever you have. And if I look at the boards, especially within the last few years, almost all the pins are scrapper pins, and I can see it right off the bat. So it's more of the, trade for trade. And that's another reason why I have so many of my traders, because I'm like, okay, I don't really care if I get rid of this. And, it's just the fun, let's trade kind of thing. It used to be where you would only, get real Disney pins, but now you just take a chance.
Just take a chance. Wow.
Okay,
Yeah.
So on that note, every time we go to Disney World and we're at Epcot, there is, right when you pass Spaceship Earth, to the right where the floor lights up and they have like bushes and stuff, but they have almost like tables. There's always people there trading pins.
Oh,
yes, that's
always.
the best. That's the best pin trading place.
So go to those people if you want real pins, and then you take your scrapper pins if a kid in the park wants to trade with you.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Now,
Yeah. And most of the people at like the resorts, when they bring out their pin boards and stuff, it's very rare I'll see a pin that's like a great pin. It's like I said, it's more for the trading experience. And it's sad that it has become that, but it's just there were so many scrappers and they had to take them because the rule is, they have to take the Disney pins.
Right.
And it doesn't have to be from a park. If you come with a Disney pin that you bought at like the souvenir shop on 192, they have to trade it. If it's Mickey or Minnie or Cinderella or who, they have to trade it with you. So that's what they have to work with. So you can't really blame them.
Right.
I caught my question. It came back to me. It came back real quick. How do you keep up to date with new pins coming out? Like, so how do you know, like, the new trends, the new, how do you keep up with that?
Well, for me personally, I go to the Disney has a site, and I go there. They let you know when they're releasing Disney World pins and what they're releasing every month, as well as Disneyland. And also, I have a very, very good source for anyone who's interested. It's DisneyPinsBlog.com. And the guy who runs it, his name is Ryan. He is like the pin god. He lets you know everything, when the pins are going to be released, which ones are being released, where they're going to be released, when the pin events are, all of it. He knows everything. Yeah.
Well, Donna, I think you know everything. Donna, you have to do more on your YouTube page. Donna, you are a wealth of knowledge when it comes to Disney pins. You are a hidden gem. We need to get you. I'm going to help you. We're going to have, this is too good. Too good, Donna. We have to get more stuff on your YouTube page, because it is.
I need help with my editing.
Well, I can help you.
That's not him.
I can help you with editing.
All right, calm down. All right, Mike Wheeler has a question. How many complete sets of series do you have, if you know?
Okay, I don't know the exact number, but I do have quite a few. I would say at least 50 sets. Wow. One of the sets I have goes back to the 80s that I collected. Yeah. And it's all these little characters, and it has like all the characters from Peter Pan, and it's a small world, and just tons of them with the little Coca-Cola logo. Oh. And they give them as a big pin set to employees for reaching a milestone.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it came in this humongous set of like 100 pins, and I've been on this quest for years to get the whole complete set. But when I did, it had like all the country bears, and I mean, it was just a phenomenal set. I've got to put that on a pin board.
Yes, you do. Wow. Mickey's Magic, welcome to the stream, Meg. Welcome. We are talking pins. This is a pin night. First time here on Viper Project. I am having so much fun. Like, this hour, it just like flew by so quick. All right, so let me see what else. Do you have any? You have some pins? You want some more pins? You want to show us some things that's maybe special to you, or anything anything cool? I mean, you showed us so many cool things. I don't even know what else you can show me.
First of all, I didn't tell you guys about mystery pins, did I?
No, you did not.
What is that?
Okay, so this is a mystery pin set, and they have two kinds. The ones that come in the box like this. Actually, there's a bunch of kinds, but they have a boxed set, and you get one of these in your. We don't know which one. I'll open it with you guys, and we'll find out which one I got.
I hope you get Baymax.
Can you believe it? Since Christmas, I have not opened it.
Wow. Oh, wow.
I know. And then they have bags of mystery pins, and they come 5 to a set, and they have like Mickey ice cream bars and all different characters and things like that. And then they had like the princess shoes.
Wow.
And then they had purses. But that one is a good value, because you get 5 pins for $27.99.
Wow, yeah. That's so great. That's really good.
That's like $6
and it's
a pin.
really fun to open them. And then they have mystery boxes like this with puzzle pieces. And then when you get all of them together, it makes a puzzle. Yeah, it's amazing. But should we open this one and see what
we should. You're going to put here we go, your full screen. Here we go.
Baymax.
Yes, so awesome.
Okay. I'm going to cut this open.
This is so exciting.
Got my scissors.
Oh.
And these came 2 to a box. So we got this one.
Okay, what is that?
Wait, what is
pull
this?
Pull it back just a little bit. Let's see.
Those are cards? Playing cards?
It looks like a deck of cards. It must be, I think it's Facilier's cards.
Okay, cool.
Dr. Facilier, I think.
Oh, from...
Sam's looking. I'm not really sure what that is.
Oh, from... Oh, jeez.
Yeah, Dr. Facilier's cards from...
Princess and the Frog?
Oh, that's fine. Okay. All right, so now the second one. Ooh, this is cute. You've got...
oh, that's nice. Like headphones.
Little mini headphones. Those are so cute.
Yay! So there's 12 in the set, and we've got 2. So yay!
Wow!
So all those boxes come with 2, or
yeah, she just 2. They said that one came with 2.
Gotcha.
Wow!
Stacey, this is one of my favorite pins that I got actually recently.
Wow! So that wouldn't be considered for like a lanyard or anything.
Look at
That's
that.
just that was a box. Okay.
It has all the Pixar characters. If you look in there, there's Jessie and Woody.
Yes.
And Boo.
And Boo.
Yeah. And this one's a limited edition of 1500.
Wow.
Yeah, and the box is the Pixar ball.
That is so cool.
So that's
but is the box a pin or it's just a box?
No, it's just a regular box.
But the thing is, I don't see. I never see these at the parks. Like I don't know where to.
Yeah. You wanted to know where to go for pins, so I'm going to tell you my favorite spots too.
Oh, you are awesome.
My favorite spots are if you're at Magic Kingdom, skip Emporium, go to Frontierland, and there's a shop there in Frontierland.
Wow.
And it has every pin pretty much you could possibly want.
I've never thought
of it. It's a hidden gem. No one is ever hardly in there.
Wow.
All right.
I'm going to put that down here.
And then my other go-to is at Disney Springs, and they have the pin store there on the old side where the marketplace used to be, near where the little train is. Mm-hmm. That is hands down my go-to. They have every pin, every limited release, every limited edition pass holder pin. Yeah, they've got it all.
Wow, thank you so much for sharing that with us. I think we have a couple questions here. I
have one more question.
Yeah, we have one statement here, which I'm with him. Mike Wheeler, he says, Ed's going to take out a new mortgage.
Yikes.
I have a feeling I'm going
to.
Yeah. Here we go.
Stacy's. Okay, Stacy wants to know, ask Donna how she can keep the mystery pins for so long without opening them. She doesn't think she'd be able to go out of the store without opening it. That's me.
That's us.
Sam opens hers like right away, and I hold on to them, and then life happens, and I'm like, oh darn, I forgot. I've got pins back there to open. So
I hear her giggling.
Oh wow. And you have any more?
Mickey's Magic says the character warehouse is a great place to pick up pins.
Yes.
Okay.
But I'll tell you, it's very rare to find pins there. But I will show you some pins I found there. I got a major score. These are the Disney Marathon pins.
Oh, that is awesome.
And
so
these
you didn't have to run.
They're replicas of the medals. See, they even have the little ribbon.
That's so cute.
And these sold for $19.99 at the marathon. I got it for $1.99.
No way.
Wow.
Yep, and the same with this one.
Oh, that's a cool one.
That was for the Princess Marathon.
That's an epic
This one originally was $15.99, and I paid $1.99 at the Character Warehouse.
Oh my God.
Wow.
But you have to just, you have to be patient, and you can't be looking for something specific. Because it's so rare for them to have pins there, and when they do, I just grab them because I'll send them to my friends. It's just great. Like for Mickey's 90th birthday celebration, I never thought the pins would be there, and then bam, one day we went to Character Warehouse and they were there, and I bought like 10 because they were $1.99. So I sent them to all my friends' kids. I'm like, this is awesome.
That is awesome. I want to do something special for our viewers today because this is our first episode. I think we should give away a pin.
Not penny, please.
None of our. No, We'll get you a new pin. You don't want one of those. We're gonna give away a pin tonight. And how should we do that?
I don't know, Donna. How should we do that?
How should we do that?
With Disney being closed, and we can't
Disney Spring opens up. I can send them a pin, but I'm saying, what can we do to pick somebody?
Oh,
to pick someone.
Yeah, let's see.
Okay.
On the spot.
See.
What can we do to pick somebody? I can scroll. We can pick a number, and I can scroll, or we can do that, or I can do let's see here. Oh, I got one. Maybe for those that have been watching, they can whoever answers first on our screen, because I know it's gonna get all kind of crazy. But I can ask them a question about some of the questions I asked, and if they remember.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
If you're paying attention. All right.
It's like school.
Okay, so.
Oh no! Are we going to questions on this?
All right. So, this is going to be an easy one. What is the term, or I guess called term? What is the term called for the types of pin you would trade away? Was that a good question?
Sure, I like it.
Yep. Okay.
The types of pin you'll trade away.
The types of pin you would trade away. What is the term or the name of that? What is it called? And whoever I see on my screen here first, please be mindful that everybody's chats.
Internet.
Yeah, internet and chain. So.
You always show up first on your own end. So what you guys see is what it's going to be.
It's going to come up. Okay. So.
Yep.
So
LSU Mom is in the house.
LSU Mom.
First with Scrapper.
Good job. LSU Mom, you got it. Look, you're getting a pin. I don't know what pin it is. It's going to be a surprise pin. It's going to be a surprise pin. And we'll send it to you. I'll contact you behind the scenes. So we'll get you the pin. That was fun. Donna, I know we're over the hour, but Donna, I mean, what?
He doesn't do that normally.
What's that?
I try
to respect everybody. I don't know who's streaming.
Really like
I know that right now we have the live place is live actually right now. They have the Fifth Gate tonight, so they have some great people over there. Rob Fuzz and I think Disney Nerd Herders and Jim from More Sunshine Please. And I know they're live. They started live at 9:30. So thank you for those that are jumping back and forth and coming over here. We love the live place. We support them 100% and all those channels. But we want to always try to stay within the hour so we can do that. But I want to keep going with you though, Donna. This is so cool.
We can have her back.
I know we could bring you back. So Donna, we would love to have you back to show us more of your collections, more special things that you have, and also hopefully when things get back to normal, a little bit of normalcy back at Disney World. We would love to see you at the parks.
I would love that.
And go maybe whenever the next event happens up, we can just do something and get a fun thing together. So.
Yeah.
Oh.
We can pickle tacos in honor of Dan.
We can't do that. That would be great. We can do that for him. So, guys, before we get going here, make sure you go check out Donna's YouTube channel. Go subscribe if you haven't already. That's the one thing, Donna knows her pins. I think we should have just a channel that says Donna knows her pins. So is there anything else before we get going?
No, I think that's it. There are no more questions at the moment.
Okay. Awesome. Well, Donna, thank you so much for joining with us today. We're excited to have you again on the show. Is there anything else you want to say anything on the stream or?
Just thank you for having me. This was such a blast. I could talk about pins all day.
Apparently we can too.
Yeah, right?
All right, then I'll meet you backstage. Thank you again so much.
Okay, thank you guys.
Awesome. Just awesome. Awesome.
He's speechless.
Awesome.
That was really cool.
Yeah.
Gotta go back and
Yeah, I'm gonna rewatch this over and over again. I mean, I got notes here, but guys, I hope you enjoyed our first episode of Disney Pins Trading 101.
Yeah.
We will be having more people in the community that have pins to come on the show. They'll be sharing their experience with Disney pins. They'll be showing their collections, and we'll be answering questions like we were doing here with Donna. And this is not going to be Donna's last time on this show, but make sure you guys go give her some love as well. Just to remind you that next Tuesday is going to be Legos. We're going to be talking Lego Talk Live. It's going to be a Lego show. We would love for you to come by. We're just going to start it off telling you the beginning of how we got into Lego. And then from there, we'll start bringing on guests from the community that have Lego collections and what they love to do. Make sure you go head over to the live place right now because they're live right now with the Fifth Gate. So we love the live place. Make sure you go check them out. And we also want to, you're always laughing at me, our partner channels, Resort TV 1, Rob Fuzz, Road Trip Dave, and Disney Dan. Why are you laughing at me? Right now, I'm trying to do the other thing. And check out our merch too. We have some new merch. And we have a bonfire account. You can go check it out. We have some new shirt designs that we are proud of. And so that's what we have going on. What a great night. I don't want to end it at all.
I know.
But make sure you guys head over to the live place. There is a saying we say here at the Vibrant Project. We always say this. And that's to remember to always dream big.
And do big things.
All right, we love you guys. Bye.